everybody, welcome back to another Brett the Great 08 tutorial, and this time I am finally recording my rigging tutorial for the Titanic. I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this. I think I've announced it since January, so I'm finally gotten to the point where I can do it, finally record it and all that. So right now I only have the port side done. So I'm just going to use that for the recording since it's really just the same on both sides. Maybe there's a small exception for the funnels here with the raised deck and whatever, but those should be easy to just figure out since there's so many of them. But anyway, I think you should get onto the tutorial. So this is actually my second time trying to record the tutorial. The first time I realized I didn't have my mic on, so time to do this again. So before I start, I do want to credit Richlarrousse for most of this design. He's done the hull. This is his 2020 Titanic hull. The rest of the superstructure up here is his Titanic 2020 hull. So these are my own funnels. A lot of these smaller details are my own, like these lifeboats and these cargo cranes and some smaller stuff like that. And these rigging things, machines. So and the mast too. And so anyway, to get started, I'll go with the cargo crane here. This just has a simple go diagonal here for what's it called? Cobwebs here. So I have it put in redstone lamps right now. And then I'll just replace them with cobwebs. So what you see in redstone lamps will be cobwebs when it's finished. Most of it. So start in the front. You should have a stair block here or a full block. Doesn't really matter. But go diagonal one from that and do a row. I believe it's, well, let's see, just one. So from going diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then go up one. So just do that all the way to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Up one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Up one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Up one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just stops there. So you should be able to do this on most designs, but that's that. So anyway, going back down here. So go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th cobweb, go forward 1. And then do really just the same pattern again, except you're going 6 and forward 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forward 1. 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 1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. Now go back down here by the cargo crane. And from the second cobweb down, go on a diagonal line going down that way. 2. Then on the other end, going up. You're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going like that. And then forward 1. And it's 10 and forward 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. Forward 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward 1. Then 1. And then come down here. And this is where it gets a bit trickier because it not only curves back, forward, but also goes in. So go to the very corner back here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. then forward one, really in one, and then go diagonal up one, then across there, go 1, 2, 3, 4, forward one, and then go diagonal again, and then forward one, and go diagonal 3, and forward one, and go diagonal 1, and then up one like that. So that one you do on the other side. I'm just not going to copy it over right now. But anyway, after that, go to the, you're going to want to go on the well deck. And so on the third block back, so counting this as a block, 1, 2, 3. This is a little ladder going from the well deck to the mast. I'm not really sure why it was there, but it was. So go up 2, and then go diagonal 2, go diagonal 2, and then go diagonal like that, 2. So you're just going to want 3 rows of 2 for each time. So 1, 2, 3, diagonal 1, 2, 3, diagonal 1, 2, 3, and then just do that all the way to the top. So you got 3 there, and then just got 1 at the end. And then go a block apart, and do the same thing almost. So go up 2, and then go diagonal like that, up 2, diagonal, up 2, go in 1, then diagonal like that, and go up 1, 2, 3, go diagonal in like that, and go up 1, and do it again, like that, and then go diagonal in, diagonal forward, up 2, 2, 2, forward, 2, 2, forward, 2, 2, and 2, and 2. Those you should already have in up there. And then bring out some slabs. This is all polished blackstone here for the ladder. So go to the very bottom block and put a slab. And each rung for the ladder should be a block apart. So you have a block separating these two, then a block separating these, and a block separating those, like that, and a block. That just goes all the way up to there. So that just do on the other side again. Now for the cargo crane. So on the Titanic, not many people know, it actually had a cargo crane here on the mast. So this crane would carry really heavy stuff, like cars and stuff, and it would put it down in the cargo hatches. So it was usually just held up tight against the mast. Even closer than this, it would be way up here. That would just be held up, so not many people would see it. But if you look closely in paintings and pictures, you can probably actually make it out quite well. But anyway, if you want to extend it out, you take a stair block, and on the second block up, place a stair, like that, upside down, and do 24 upside down stairs. So on this model, I have it just going against the mast, but if you want to extend it out like this, you can have it, so just go 24 stairs up, like that, and at the top, you get out your cobweb, and go 1, this would be in the center, by the way. This would really be in the center, but I'm just doing it here because I'm going to take it out at the end. So you do 1, and then go diagonal 1, and forward 1, and then just do that all the way to the mast. So go up 2, forward 1, 2, forward 1, 2, forward 1, all the way to the mast. So if you want it up against the mast, it's a lot simpler. Just take a block and go on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th block up, well, or down here on the 2nd block up, and really just follow the shape of the mast, leaving a 1 block gap here. Even in the diagonals, just leave a 1 block gap. Or if you want to get really realistic, you can really just put it here with a fence or something, and then just put a cobweb in front of it and behind it. So now that that's done, just going to take this out, because this model, it's a 100% accurate model that I'm using for a movie that I made. So in this movie, the mast would have been up like that. So I think I'll eventually do a tutorial on how to make the Titanic super accurate from Richlarousse's design. But for now, I've got a lot of other things to do. So go back to here, and we're going to want to get these two lines in. These are pretty complicated. I was kind of a bit lazy on them, so they're not really in a pattern. So anyway, go from the corner, go 2 up. And then when I say go diagonal in, that means go inward and forward like that. So go in 1, and then go have a row 3. No, just a row 2, not 3. And go row 2, so go in row 2. Then when I say go forward, just do forward like that. Then go in row 2, in row 2, in row 2, forward row 3, in row 2, in row 2, in row 2, forward row 2, in row 2, in row 2, in row 2, forward row 3, in row 2, in row 2, in row 2, forward 2, in row of 2, in row of 2, in row of 2, and forward row of 3, in row 2, in row 2, in row of 2, in row of 2, forward row of 2. So that should connect up to the mast there. If it doesn't, you can just modify it a little bit. It should look very similar. But anyway, you're going to want to do a similar thing for this next one here. So go up 3, up 1, 2, 3, then go in, row 3, in, row 3, in, row 3, in, come on, row 3, forward, row 2, in, row 3, 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 forward, row 2, in, row 2, in, row 2, in, row 3, in, row 3, in, row 2, forward, row 3, in, 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 row 2, forward, row 3, in, row 2, forward, row 3, in, row 2, and forward, row 2. So just do those on the other side. I'm just not doing them right now, but you should. So anyway, moving on. There is a line coming from the first funnel to the mast. Not exactly sure why it was there, but it was. It's got these little black things on it, so I'm just adding it here because it's in the blueprints. Speaking of blueprints, actually if you look on a lot of paintings and stuff, you can actually see that there's a lot more rigging lines, but these are the main ones coming off the blueprints. So if I did all of them, it'd be super crowded and you wouldn't really be able to make out anything, and it wouldn't look good. So just saying that. So from the funnel, go from the very top and just do rows of 5 here, then diagonal, row 5. Just do that all the way up to the mast. And then I'll get to these little knobs here in a minute. Yeah, I broke something, didn't I? Oh, no, it didn't. So there we go. Now, on the 1, 2, 3, 4th row, go in the very middle and put 3 black stone blocks down, polished black stone. Then on the row after that, go to the 4th block back and just do that again. So I'm not sure what these were, but once again, they were there, so I added them. So that's probably a little bit, how do I say it? That's probably wouldn't say easiest, but a little bit easier than the other funnels and a lot less tedious. So now these funnels, these are my own design. So Richlarrousse, he had his funnels, and these are my funnels. They're very similar, but if you're doing this tutorial, you should be able to really get this done very similarly. So go from the top of the funnel, go to the black section. I have this tan, yours is probably yellow, made with yellow terracotta. So on the funnel, go to the third block back, and under the black, place 1, and then go diagonal, down 1, so down 1, out, forward 1, and out 1, like that. Do a row of 2, and then just do a rows of 2 all the way down. So row 2 there, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 2. So that's the simplest ones. So if you can really mark these out however you want right now. So leave a 1 block gap and just stay under the black. Go row of 2, and then go diagonal, row 2, diagonal, row 2, and go out 2 like that, and then go diagonal, row 2, and out, row 2. So really just do these rows of 2 like that. Just do that all the way down. So you have 2, and then out, and 2, and just diagonal, 2, 2, diagonal like that. Just do that all the way down to the bottom. And then finally, probably one of the hardest, not hardest, but most complicated rigging lines on the funnels. Go from the black line, so leave a block apart. Black line, bring it down 2, and then out 1, down 1, out 1, row 2, out 1, row 2. So you should have 4 rows of 2 there. Then go out and do 3, and go out and do 3 again, and then go out and do 3 again. So there's that. And now really just do the same thing here next to it. So just have a block apart. Row 2. This should be row 4 rows of 2. Then 3 rows of 3. So 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Rows 2, row 2, row 2, row 2, row 2, row 2. So if that doesn't line up, you can really just add the 4th row of 2 at the bottom. So anyway, moving on, make a block apart, and then do stay under the black, add a cobweb, go diagonal 1, and this is really just the same pattern as before, as here, this second one. So just go diagonal 2, and then down 2, so just 2 rows of 2, like that, going out 1 each time. And there you go. And finally, this is probably the simplest one. Block apart 1, and then rows of 2 out diagonally each time. All the way down to the bottom. So really just do that on every funnel. Although some might be a little bit different with the deck housing and the raised deck in the way. So I'll just guide you through these. So this is really just the same thing again, right here. Just the same pattern as before. So I'm not going to talk all the way through it, because it's just the same thing. This one you can probably bring your iron bars through if you want to, if they're there, if they get in the way. And the next one is just the same thing, once again. Same as before, same as the first funnel. Same with the next 3 lines. So yes, the masts, or not masts, I keep confusing these. The funnels would have had 6 rigging lines holding them up on each side. So all these rigging lines, just do on the other side. I'm just too lazy to copy them over right now. I wouldn't say lazy, but there's a lot of details that shouldn't get copied over, so I'm not gonna put them in yet because I'd have to do them by hand. And then same here, same as the first funnel. And then here, this should be the same, except you're missing a row of 2 because it hits the raised deck here. So have 1 there, diagonal, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all the way down to the raised deck. Now if it doesn't hit the raised deck, if it goes all the way down, great, just it could go further down. So all these funnels are really just the same. And if something's in the way, just stop the rigging there, I suppose. So it's not super accurate, but it's good enough for me. So I actually suggest looking at what I'm doing on Minecraft rather than what I say. It's probably a lot easier that way. So just do all these here. Keep going. So this is the 3rd funnel. And then I only have 1 more funnel to do after this. So there's those, getting a bit closer to the end. There's that. Once again, you can bring your iron bars through because this little bar here, this railing wouldn't have been there on Rich's design. That's something else I added. It just separates classes on the main decks, which is pretty cool, pretty interesting. So I've added those for more accuracy. So just keep going with the funnels. There we go. And then 4th funnel is just the same as the first. There's nothing that should interfere it. If there is, once again, just stop the rigging there. Keep going. So while I put these in, I can tell you a bit about what's been going on the server, progress we've made. So on the Queen Mary, which I'm sure many of you are anticipating, that's been going along quite well. We have some new boiler designs. So this is the 3rd time the boilers have actually gotten redesigned. These are the most accurate. So I got those done. I need to, so since we've had to put in new bulkhead placements, I still have to modify the engine rooms a little bit. So I still have them copied outside of the ship. So yeah. And then I've actually started putting in some I've actually started putting in some decks on the Queen Mary, but I've had to copy those out because it's making it hard for Pipkin's tutorials. Putting them in. So the entire tank top is almost done, which is good. So yeah, and move on with the Titanic. So now that you have that, go to you should have the rear mast here, and go to the very, where do I want to start? I'll start in the back. So back here on the, what is it? The docking bridge. If you, if I do make tutorials for the 100% accurate Titanic, then there will be this vent here. So you probably should go behind that, or if there's not, and if you do it right, you can do it right behind the docking bridge. Start it behind the docking bridge right there. So anyway, for these are similar to the very front. Just go up 4, or diagonal 4, up 1. Diagonal 4, up 1. All the way to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then up 1. So there's that, and then back here, I have a few more. Go from the very back of this deck house that the fourth funnel is sitting on, right there. And these are similar, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1. 6, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 1. 5, 6, up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2. There's that. So next, go down to this row of 6 here. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th cobweb, and then keep extending that diagonal line like before. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then go forward 1, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Come on, this is 10. That's 10 there. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. And then there's one more diagonal line here. So go from the vent, this little, not vent, but elevator shaft, or I think this was the second class entrance actually. So just go to the bottom of the deck house here, the very back of it, and just do, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, there's those. And now for these diagonals. So go to the so go in the well deck here, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On the 12th, place a cobweb, and go up 4, and then go in 1, then go up 2, and then go, so I'll say in for going inward, just inward, and I'll say forward for when it's a diagonal like that, just to make things easier. So go forward 1, then up 2, in 1, up 2, forward 1, up 2, in 1, up 2, and then I think that's really just this. Is that the same thing all the way up? It is, I think. So just go forward 1, up 2, in 1, up 2, forward 1, up 2, in 1, up 2. So just do that all the way to the all the way till you reach the mast. So it actually should align with this rigging right here. So if you want to go from top to bottom, you could also do that. Might make it easier. So like here, I'll go top to bottom for this one. Go from the rigging here, and then go on the diagonally from the mast, from straight across from this rigging line. Place one, place row two, and then go out. I'll say out this time. Two, and then I'll say back for diagonally, and then out, row two, back, row two, out, row two, back, row two, and I think that is that the same? No, it's not. Okay, so back, row two, out, row two, back, row two, back another row two, back another row two, out, row two, back a row two, out a row of two, what is this? Out, bleh. Back a row of two, out a row of two, back a row of two, out a row of two, and then back a row of two, like that. Those were probably some of the harder ones. But anyway, finally we move on to the aft mast ladder. So from your stairs here, I think these might actually be double stairs for you. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block in, then go 1, 2, 3, 4th forward, polish blackstone again. Just do the same mast design. So 3 rows of 2 up and in, like that, and then go diagonally, like that, again, and again, and again, and again, and again, like that, and then on the sides, so just leave a 1 block gap, and do up 1, so just do 3 rows of 2, and then 3 rows of 2 again, and then 1 row of 2, 2 rows of 2, and then 3 rows of 2, and then a row of 2 there. And then the slabs are just the same. Have one at the bottom, 1 block gap, 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 1 block gap. There we go. So just do all that on the other side too. It's all the same. And then there's one more thing to the rigging, which is the wires going from mast to mast. So these are actually probably the easiest part of the tutorial. It's very simple design. I think if you follow Rich's tutorials, these should be the same. But anyway, go from the 4th block down on the mast, and do 1 there. This is in the center. And then go diagonal block and forward 1. And then do a row of 4. And then do a row of 3. And so on this row, go diagonally out 1 like this. So do it on both sides. And then this, just connect all these with polished blackstone, or you can make that out of black concrete, whatever you want. And then bring them out on an extra block here. So you have a total of 4 lines across the top, like that. So if you go down 1 from that, diagonal from that, you have a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you just have 4 of these. And then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So you should have, I'll just copy this bit, copy and paste. So just do the same thing 4 times with a block apart. So come on, copy, paste, there, and there. There we go. And now we'll worry about the middle section later. But for now, you can just have 1 block there for each. So now we get to the thing with this thing. So this would be the little antenna sort of thing for the Marconi room, the wireless room with the telegraph, I think that's what it's called. So you can either go from the bottom to the top, although I prefer going from the top. So go from the second block in on the row of 32 and place a block under each line, and then go 1 down and out 1, and then in 1 on each side. So 1 there and 1 there, and then in the middle just add 1 in between those. Then go down, out, and in. So then you have that. So it kind of looks like this from the side, and this from the front. And then from those two, just go into 1. I think these actually would have gone, like there would have been 4 lines going straight down there, but I've just merged them into 1. And then do just rows of 2. Just go diagonal, row 2, all the way down to this little bar here. Just go all the way down. Like that. And that should connect to this little bar across the vent here. I think it actually would have been in the middle too, but I don't really care right now, to be honest. So anyway, you have these 4 rows of whatever here. So go to the aft mast, the one back here, and it's similar, but not quite the same. So you probably have this block in already. You should have that in from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th block down. I'm going to go diagonal block and do 2, then a row of 4, then another row of 4, then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is just 1 right here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here is where it splits into 4. So on the 4th block in on this row, go to the side 1. Then each of those go diagonal 1. And then get your polished black stone again, or whatever black block you have, and that thing again. Just bring that across like that. And then continue on with the rows here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after the black blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20. and then just do the same thing here. So do the same thing 4 times. So I'm just going to copy and paste it again. So copy, paste, paste, and paste. So there we go. There's 4 rows of that. Then go down 1 and do 1 row, rows of 1 there. And now these should align with the ones over here. You should have this flat line here of cobwebs. So if it doesn't, you can just take away a row or add a row or something. Set cobwebs. So just do that through all 4 sections. And those are messed up, of course. Having a few glitches here. See? So just do that for these rows here again. It doesn't really matter how long these rows are. I think I have yeah, I have these at 118. But I don't think it really matters. And then fix these again. Just a little glitch on the server. I won't properly load some of the commands you do. So there you have it. This is the left side done. It's just the same on the right. Well, if you're looking on the ship, so if you're standing on the ship looking like this, you got the port side done. It's just the same on the starboard. So just copy those over, and then that is the Minecraft Titanic rigging tutorial finished. So I'm glad I finally got that over with after like 6 months. So that is quite nice, I will say. It is quite nice indeed. So with that done, I guess I will see you guys in my next video. So, as Richlarrousse says, oh wait, actually, before I say goodbye, I will say, if you're gonna use this, just like Rich says, if you're gonna use this for a downloadable project or a YouTube video or something, make sure to credit me for the rigging design, because even if you have a really small slight change to it, it's still, you still really got the design from me. So that's really all I'm asking right now. Maybe a subscribe or like, I don't know, something. Just for now, just if you're gonna use it for a copy, a YouTube video or something, just don't forget to credit me. I really don't see why that's an issue. I credited Rich for his designs here. I credited Gedek for his modifications here. There's not a problem with. There's just not a problem with crediting. Just credit people. It's that simple. So, with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. So, bye for now.